All right, everybody, we have a MotoStars video. This is from 2 years ago. We're gonna be talking about crashes and close calls, mainly so we can do an after-action review and not make the same mistakes ourselves. So if you're a brand new rider, make sure you pay attention. Let's turn off the closed captioning and figure out there's a side of the vehicle popping out. We talk about that in the book. And there's a left turner. So intersections, yeah, good job with the brakes. Did what you needed to do. Wasn't speeding through. That's an important part. So we're gonna be going over the plan method. So we're locating hazard situations like intersections, and we're going to assess any relevant threats like that guy right there. And we're going to navigate these active threats by doing one of three things or a mixture. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. So we're going to be doing emergency acceleration, emergency braking, or emergency swerving. There's that. It's part of the motorcycle training system that I have. So we get a bunch of books here. Check it out. Links in the description. You get digital version, all that stuff. Links in the description for Cardo and Rockform and any sponsors I have. There we go. Got it. All right. So person came out. What do we do? One of the three things, apply the brakes. But before we even get to that, we should recognize, and I pointed out side of the vehicle. That's a pattern to look for. There's a side of the vehicle right there. I don't like it. This is an intersection. I see the lights. So that tells me, hey, when I'm coming up to this, let's be a little careful. We don't know if anybody's going to be pulling out in front of us. Usually intersections and corners is where motorcycle riders die or get injured or crash. So it lets me know I'm entering a dangerous area. I should probably do something. And by something, I mean typically slow it down so you can observe what might be happening. And if you slow down, it's going to make braking a lot easier. We practice that in chapter 9 of the book when we're practicing for your motorcycle operator skills test. So let's take a look at the next one. Oh, and yeah, stand up. There you go. Good job. So gear or shirt is all ripped up. Oh, geez. Just wanted to go home. So buddy crashed. Okay, part of the system is I talk about gear. There's a whole gear section and everything like that. And it's all based on the Smart Rider principles. We're requiring using personal protective equipment. Okay, so that's going to help mitigate some of the injuries. And then if somebody does crash, you want to be able to help them after. So you get a little card also with the print edition of the book. You get a digital version of this so you can have it on your phone too. But remain calm, ensure on safety. We don't want to get hit by anybody else. And if he's bleeding out pretty hard, you can do direct pressure, apply a tourniquet, or pack the wound if you have a stop the bleed class under your belt. But yeah. Oh, crap. Get it. Hey. That guy swerved around it. You guys saw that? He swerved around and found an escape. Good job. All right. We're going to move on to the next one.
Hey, kill it.
Yeah, just kill it.
Holy fuck.
Okay, let's pause it. There we go. A little leaky. He's got crash guards. He's doing fine. That's why stunters usually have that. They always protect their bike, but not their body. It's weird. Lady comes completely in my lane, just acts like nothing happened. Yeah, it's why I don't trust. Is she gonna come over? You're in the blind spot. Yeah. This is why I don't trust being side by side and these double turns. I always ride staggered with cars. Just like if I was in a group ride, I ride staggered with cars. Just in case they come over. Like, all right, you suck. So we're coming up to here. Nice, easy turn, did well. Now we're in the blind spot. So when you recognize that you're in the blind spot, just go ahead and roll off the throttle a little bit to maintain that staggered formation, just like if you're in a staggered formation group ride. We have an intersection coming up. There's sides of the vehicles. Okay. So one of three things. We can accelerate out, let them in by braking, or swerve if we needed to. Slow-mo.
Attention of the driver.
We're going 75 kilometers per hour. That's about 45 miles per hour-ish.
Situation, unfortunately.
There's somebody swerving out. This one we located. This is a weird person. Tried to swerve, did the best he can, dumped the bike. So if we see that, maybe apply the brakes. But if we can't mitigate that and we weren't able to see it ahead of time and we did crash, hopefully we had full gear. What do we got here? Oink. It's not good.
That was a motorcyclist. Oh my.
Yeah, that was a motorcyclist. So you hear braking. Look at the front. Look at the front of that car. See how the weight's transferring to the front end? Because everyone's braking, so there must be something ahead of this truck. This is like a rear-facing camera on a truck or something. You can hear it a little bit. But that vehicle right there in front of the motorcycle rider is braking hard, so all the weight is transferring to the front tire. That kind of lets you know that when you apply the brakes on a motorcycle, all the weight transfers to the front tire of the motorcycle, so that means the front brake has more traction because more gravity and weight are being pushed on that. Therefore, the front brake is the most powerful. So practice your front brake. Don't be too concerned about I'm only comfortable with my rear brake. Practice the front brake. So in the motorcycle right here, the person slams the brakes. we have a split-second decision to do something. We're not going to be able to stop in time. So he tries to swerve, just not hard enough. Got to swerve a little bit harder. Aim for that middle area. Aim for that lane split. So we can't see the perfect view for them, but let's say this happened over here. Aim for that. Aim for that lane split. That's about the same amount of room that this person has right here. So aim for it. Aim for it. Hard. Go for it. You need to do something. It's not just a simple lane change, not a simple lane position change inside the same lane. It's a swerve. It's a swerve.
Oh my God.
You need to do it quick.
That was a motorcyclist.
So if you're on the highway and you don't have the skills, you're taking a big risk. So practice, 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 practice. All right, here we go. Karen decides to take out bikers on the way home. Why would the Karen guy want to do that? How come we're not showing what happened beforehand? Maybe they were like punching his mirror. Maybe they were creating problems and he just can't regulate his emotions and now this is what happened. So once again, don't poke bears. He's gonna hit the mirror. He's gonna do this whole thing. All right, moving on. What's up, buddy? We're doing some wheelies. Yeah, boy. Group ride, group ride, group ride. Oh, wasn't paying attention. Slammed the brakes. Now we gotta land it. Hopefully swerve. Oh. We swerved and then swerved back because we see the vehicle come inside of the motorcycle. So, hopefully we can remain calm, ensure on safety, stop any major bleeds, maybe rescue the rider just in case. You could easily do a U-turn here if you practice the smart rider drills. You got 24 drills in
What
that.
do you think about this situation?
Crest of the hill, what's going to happen over this? Can't see much.
Or weather road conditions
Can't see
contribute
much.
to
Is
its-
there going to be a turn to the left? Because that's where the canyon's looking. Yeah. Weren't prepared for it. Maybe going a little too fast. It looked like we were slow-mo. 72 kilometers per hour. It's about 40. Yeah, it's about 43 miles per hour, 45 miles per hour. That's actually not that bad.
Fault or
But we did do slow-mo.
contributed to its slight
Look at the camera, the little halo on it. So maybe there's some moisture on the ground. But either way, it looks like we slammed that front brake in the middle of a turn. Maybe going a little too fast for our skill level. Maybe panicked a little bit. But what I was saying is, like, take a look. It's a crest of the hill. Where does this road go? We can't tell because it's at the very tippity top of the hill. Does it go left? Does it go right? But look at the scenery and the environment. You see the little gap to the left? That means it's going to go left.
road conditions contribute.
And then you see how the mountain, like, if the road was going straight, it's either a tunnel or it goes straight into the mountain like it's freaking Wile E. Coyote. So it's probably turning left. And it looks like it's turning left pretty hard. So I'm getting now prepared for my turn. And it's also why I use rock form for my motorcycle phone mount, is so that I have my GPS and it's going to let me know there's a left turn.
Slightly.
Got a little scared. It's an easy turn. We just got to take it nice and easy and know that it's coming up. And look at the road. It's a little crappy, but that's the side of the road. What's up?
Can I tell you just one thing?
No,
One thing. I lost my cousin because he was like that.
I get it.
Like, he flew up in the air. Please. Please.
Okay. Just kind of accept it. But honestly, when people talk to me like that, I'm like, I do that exact same thing. Your shoulder shrug. It's like, okay. Kind of weird. Don't touch me. What do we got here? What do we got here? Oh, I think I remember. This is like a proposal. Kind of dangerous. Kind of a dangerous thing.
Oh, bro, are you good? Oh, bro, no way. Are you good, bro?
I'll let it play.
Hold on.
A little dangerous.
Hold on.
It's like nobody's helping because they know the situation, but
Hey, look, hold on. We got it. No.
Come here.
she's panicking.
Up.
Help him up.
One,
I hope they're still married. This was 2 years ago.
1, 2, 3.
All right, good enough. Dangerous area to do it in. Very dangerous. Not recommended. But unique little thing. Love birds. Hopefully they're still happy. Hopefully they're still married. It's 2 years ago. Here we go. Intersection. Locating, locate nothing. Cool. Just some road surface hazards, not a big deal, moving around them. Cool. Now we're back to locating. Oh, side of the vehicle. Inner swerve. Good job with the brakes. Good job with the brakes. I was saying swerve. I like swerving, but you did a good job with the brakes. So we just did the plan method. That's all it is. Yeah, I just crapped my pants. Yeah, I got shit running down my leg.
It's okay. I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah, help me. Alright. Side of the vehicle. Slowed it down, moved around it, handled it pretty well. No panic, no anger. Moving on. Oh, crazy van. Wasn't speeding around the corner, did good. Okay. Oh, why are there brakes? Why are we braking? Oh, maybe they're scared of making turns.
Truck coming from the opposite direction.
Oh, I remember this one.
Unfortunately, this rider noticed the driver's intention too late.
Yeah. So the driver recognized it. We didn't recognize it. Now it's like, why did you stop in the middle of the road? It's like, because the bus. So we need to look ahead also. Oh, no. What do we got here? Remain calm. Oh, we already got people on scene. Not a big deal. Got the PW can right there with a little bit. It looks like dry chem. Guy had kitty litter walking around, putting on all the oil. All right, moving on. Oh, this is XT Dub. She actually passed away. She passed away, I think, over a year ago. I think T-bone. She T-boned a car or something. Did not make it. I actually did a review on this a while back when she was still alive, and I sent it to her and had a nice little laugh about it. Basically, in this one, she low-sided or crashed on a track and got a concussion. That actually gave her a concussion. She was a mother. All right. Passing. Okay. Oh, they didn't want us to pass. Okay. You D-bag. Moving on. Watch out around the corners now that we're speeding. Now we blur out our speedo now. All right. Grom Squatch. This guy is all over the place. Back in the day. A bird.
I don't know if that was on camera or not.
Watch out for the wet road. Okay, we handled it. Making it through. I think he's in California. That's California. All right, guys. Nice little scissor up. A little cup of juice. What are we doing? Standing up, having some fun. We're gonna pull over. Why are we pulling over? What's going on here? What do we got? Oh, what's up, random car? We're going pretty slow, though. We were going really slow. Maybe didn't see you. There's no running lights on that bike. Maybe there's no running lights on any. I mean, I get you got the headlights and whatnot. What are we doing on the road, though? Acting like dum-dums. I bet you this is late, too. The guy's probably sleepy.
Okay, I just said you was hitting me. What?
Whatever. All right. You can take both lanes to go left. Okay. Very nice, but you must stay in your lane, right?
Cut the biker off, putting him in a difficult situation.
So this is what, like I said, I don't trust these left turns where it's side by side. They always go into the lane. They always do that. Always do that. And so I don't like being side by side. I ride staggered with other cars no matter what. Because I don't trust them to stay in their lane. They're probably those kids that ate the crayons and didn't color in the lines. I get it. That's why I don't have crayons in the classroom. Because you guys keep doing it. I have to provide you food, and even then you guys like to chew on the markers. All right, here we go. Let's take a look. Side of the vehicle. Slowing it down. Very good. Handled it. Moving on. Planning our ride again. Parking lot. We're going to have some fun. Learn some new tricks. Okay. You guys do what you do. Brian636 does what he does. He has a lot of skill. And with skill, or with this high-risk stuff, you need a lot of skill because you could be dumping the bike like that. And there's injuries involved. Yeah, look at that beard. I used to have a beard like that.
I don't know. I think
I used to have a beard like that. The dude just walking up. You guys see that? Look at that dude. You guys remember the yeard that I had? Oh, I'm so glad I shaved that off. I actually letting it grow out just a tiny bit more. I used to cut it down really short. That used to look like me. Oh, jeez. Okay, what do we got here? We have somebody way up ahead. Oh, just dumped the bike. Maybe slammed the brakes or a mechanical failure of the bike somewhere, somehow. Maybe the chain locked up. So remember, remain calm, sure on safety. See how the car could have hit him? So that's why it's very important to get off the road. Hey, nice little group ride. Riding like this is fine. Narrow road, don't ride staggered, ride in a line. Especially around turns, and we have an idiot car doing this kind of stuff. People just need a little bit more patience. That's the thing about patience, is that you can be patient when things are going great, but when you're annoyed, that's when you're really tested for your patience. So when people say, I'm very patient, and you see them when there's like a minor inconvenience and they blow up, it's like, you're not very patient then. Because your patience is tested during these minor and major inconveniences. That's when you showcase the virtue of patience. So this car driver is not patient because there's a minor inconvenience, that there's a big long line of vehicles. It is what it is. You're in AC in your car, listen to some music, listen to a podcast, listen to Dan and the Fireman, whatever. How you doing, Colin? And he's going to keep passing. He can pass if he wants, and that's another problem with these big, long lines of motorcycles. It's like you're also sharing the road, so you're acting like a giant train in the road where nobody can pass you. I think it's good to have some gaps where people can pass. I don't know. It's also why I don't do group rides. Yeah, red bomb it. Whoop, whoop. Now put it in first gear and do that. It's like he knows. Yeah, hopefully we don't accidentally... Watch, he turns the shut-off switch. That's nice. That's nice. Thank you so much, MotoStars, for putting that out there. This is a 2-year-old video. With that said, hope you guys ride safe, be safe, and I'll see you guys on the next live stream.